So my first one I'm going to talk about is Lovable. Lovable, I am so obsessed with Lovable. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I'm a Lovable customer. I mentioned this in some of my short form content, but Lovable is a platform that allows you to literally put in a prompt to build a website, an app, landing pages, etc. I love Lovable so much because it solved a deep problem. I mean, a major problem that most of us founders struggled with starting a tech business. The most expensive part of building a tech business, an app, website, etc., is the actual development costs. Even if you're working with people overseas and such, it can still run a pretty penny because a lot of people don't have the technical aptitude or acumen or background or knowledge, anything, to understand how to properly build an app. They don't understand front end, they don't understand back end, they don't understand server side, they don't understand a lot of these things that actually build an app, build a website, databases. Lovable, when it's building the components of the app, is walking you through what they're doing too, which I think is great for people who are non-technical, which also eliminates the obsession with hiring a technical co-founder. So they solved a massive issue that I've been in deep need of when I was building my first app a long time ago. I built my first app at 16. A lot of people think, like that GemSocial is my first app. I find that hilarious because GemSocial is my fourth app. It's my fourth app, but it is the first app that I genuinely have went all in on. All in on. I would say that I went semi in on it on a app called Vibes back in the day a while ago. But honestly, after launch party, like there was nothing else. I had no more money. I had nothing else to spend on it because of the same problem that we all were facing back then. Development at some point gets high, especially when you're doing a rework, especially when you need to get design involved too. And Lovable solved that problem too. You don't need a designer. Now, most people want a designer. And at some point, I do think design needs to be even more intentional. But you don't need to hire a designer. There are so many other platforms, including Lovable, that can help you with design. Even if you see something and someone, back to peer reviewing, right? If you share a link with some friends or even with someone that you know that maybe has a good eye for design, if they're like, hey, this looks clunky or this looks this or whatever, like you can ask them for feedback, take the feedback and tell Lovable and Lovable will fix it. I mean, to sit here and prompt an app and tell it to create a login page, create an onboarding flow, create the core features, create a settings with these components in it that do these things. I mean, that's mind blowing. That's mind blowing. So I'm obsessed with Lovable. I would absolutely be an affiliate for Lovable. And I even like their creative direction. Now, they don't have like the cleanest and most finest Instagram and TikToks, but their creators get right to the point. They get right to case study content, which I love because they're showing us literally app creators making $100,000 in a month, $100,000 in a year, $1 million, $4 million, etc. Like they're showing us wins. That's what I love. They're showing us how you can win by using this app.